It is so, so, so powerful when you are able to anchor in the self-trust that you no longer need permission from anyone else. You become the living permission slip. You become the living embodiment of who you want to be. Okay, you don't walk into a room and adapt your energy to suit the room. No, that's the old way. You walk into a room and you bring new energy. You bring your powerful self. You bring the new codes that you have cultivated through your self love, through your self trust, through your self empowerment. Hello, and welcome to Sync and Flow, the podcast with me, your host, Josie Thorne. I am a Red Tent Women's Circle facilitator, a womb healer, and feminine empowerment coach. I have been guiding women to embody their true essence through womb activations and feminine embodiment practices. I started Sync and Flow to help educate and connect women back to the wisdom of their sacred womb space and cyclical nature. I want to help all women reawaken to the true power of the feminine that lives deep within them, so that they may cultivate a relationship to self that is rooted in pure trust, divine love, and a deeply intuitive connection to the body. Thank you for being here and taking the time to listen to this podcast episode. I hope you enjoy. Hello, listeners of the Sync and Flow podcast. Thank you for being here and for tuning into another episode 33. I am so excited. We are rolling on again and again. I am so excited. I hope you have been enjoying these shorter episodes. It's been much more manageable for me recently to film shorter episodes rather than longer. So yeah, if you're listening on Apple and Spotify, don't forget to leave a rating, 5-star rating and review. And if you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all those things. And just another heads up, Liberated Womb, my 6-week group coaching container, is live, and we start in 1 week time on the 30th, Wednesday, the 30th of October at 6 p.m. South African European time. This is a 6-week online group coaching container for women, where we meet up once a week on Zoom for 2 hours. And then you have 40 plus hours of pre-recorded content in a back-end portal. And I am still adding to this portal. So it's really getting so much love and wisdom and knowledge added to it in the form of journal prompts, theory lectures, content, meditations, embodiment practices, so much juiciness for you to integrate and work through in your own time. And the best part about this course is that even once you are done with the course and the live components, you get to go back and re-watch and redo the practices and integrate it even deeper in your life from here on and forever. You literally have access to it forever. So that's really, really exciting. There's also a WhatsApp group where we get to connect and chat to all the other beautiful women as you join women from all over the world, connecting to do this deep healing work on your body, on your womb, on your sensuality, on your sexuality, on your confidence. Okay, and in connection to your heart, healing at the deepest level possible. So if you would like more information, please don't feel afraid to send me a DM on Instagram. All of my links are in the description below. And I would love to have you a part of this journey of the second round. There are multiple different payment plans available if you cannot pay the full price. There is a 2-month, a 3-month, a 4-month, and a 5-month payment plan. So don't worry, there are options for everyone. I really hope you can join us. And if you have any questions, send me a DM and let's get into this episode. I hope you enjoy. I want to talk about how you need to stop waiting for permission. This is such a huge one. I just posted a reel about it on my page, so go look at that. But really, this is around how you need to stop waiting for permission from the external world. You need to stop waiting for permission from the people around you, from your parents, your mother, your brother, your friends, your sisters, your family, people in charge, people in hierarchy, teachers, whatever, whoever it is. You need to stop waiting for that permission slip to be your best self, to show up authentically, to be brave, to do the thing, to not wait, right? Don't wait for the money. Don't wait for the thing. Don't wait for whatever it is that you think you need in order to move forward, in order for you to live your best life, in order for you to go book that appointment with that therapist, join my course, whatever it is. The thing is, life doesn't wait for you. You have to make the steps, and then the things will come. Then the money will come. Then the abundance. Then the partner. Then the friendships. Then the connections, then the clients, right? You have to keep taking those steps one by one, going forward on your journey. No one is going to give you the permission. No one's going to say, okay, now you're ready. Like, no, we have to do things perfectly imperfect. We have to realize that there's no perfect time to start. There's no perfect time for you to do what you want to do or be who you want to be. You have to just show up as that person right here, right now. And you have to start making moves as that person, right? This is also the foundation of how manifestation works. You don't become a millionaire and then you start acting like one. No, you start acting like a millionaire before you even become one, right? It's the same thing. You start embodying the traits and qualities of the person who you want to be way before you become that person. You show up, you do the thing, you are courageous enough to do hard things, okay? An affirmation that I've been working really deeply with recently is that I'm a wise, wealthy woman and I can do hard stuff, okay? And the hard stuff thing actually only came to me in a hot yoga class when I was literally dying and shaking my whole body, and I was like, oh my god, this is so hectic. And then I just add to myself, you can do hard stuff, you can do hard things, you can do hard things, you can do hard things. And the more you tell yourself that you can do it, the easier it is to do the thing, right? So I feel like us as women, we are waiting too much. We are so in need of external validation because we're so scared of getting it wrong. We're so scared of being cancelled and saying the wrong thing and being politically incorrect and blah, 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 blah. We're so scared of this ostracization from the outside world. We're so scared of being labeled and told that we're not good enough and told that we're not okay and told all of these things, right? And so we actually tend to shut ourselves down and we make ourselves smaller. We create a contraction in our body and we are suppressed by this shame that we place on ourselves and that we've internalized from the external world, okay? And so this is also some really deep inner child healing shadow work that you need to do, because you need to ask yourself, what is stopping me? What is stopping me from doing what I want to do? What is stopping me from working with that coach? What is stopping me from going to therapy? What is stopping me from healing my anxiety? What is stopping me from being who I want to be, right? And if you don't know how to get to where you want to go, that is when you ask for help. That is when you reach out and seek out a therapist, a coach, a mentor, a healer, someone that can help you move through your blocks, someone that can help you get to where you want to be. And so this is why I say, stop waiting for permission. You need to become your own divine permission slip. It's scary, I know. It can be anxiety provoking, I know. I've been there. I am constantly moving through my own shit, moving through my own blocks. The role of an entrepreneur is intense, especially when you're young. Being an entrepreneur is so hectic, okay? And you come up against so many roadblocks, mainly self-doubt. And you make the external world, the circumstances of your external life, mean something about who you are as a person, mean something about your value, right? But we have to keep moving forward. We cannot wait for permission from the external world, whether that's a human, money, a certificate, whatever it is, you know. You just got to keep moving. You just got to do the thing. You got to trust. You got to have self-trust. And that's what it comes down to. And so much of the work that I do and focus on, I know I focus on mainly working with the womb, but working with your womb allows you to deepen in somatic self-trust, deepen in self-trust that is anchored so deeply in your body that no one can take that self-trust away from you. Even if you do get, told by the external world that's not right, it doesn't fucking matter what they say, because it's like, well, cool, that's your opinion. I trust myself. I know this is right. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm empowered in my self-confidence. I'm empowered in my knowing, in my intuition that is sourced deep within my womb, deep within my body. And the intuition and consciousness coming from my womb is connected to the consciousness of all of life, right? And this is the most empowering thing about working with your womb, is you know that energy and that self-trust and that empowerment and that confidence that's coming from your womb isn't just from you as a singular human being. It is coming from the great unknown. It is coming from the cosmic womb. It is coming from all of life, because in your womb you hold the codes for the creation of new life. And so that potential for creation is always within you. And so that is what is propelling you forward. It is so powerful when you are able to anchor in the self-trust that you no longer need permission from anyone else. You become the living permission slip. You become the living embodiment of who you want to be. Okay, you don't walk into a room and adapt your energy to suit the room. No, that's the old way. You walk into a room and you bring new energy. You bring your powerful self. You bring the new codes that you have cultivated through your self-love, through your self-trust, through your self-empowerment. Okay, I cannot tell you how many times that I have been in a space where I have been the only one like me. I've been the only confident, powerful, sensually, sexually embodied woman who's connected to herself, who's in her body, who isn't afraid to dance sexy, who isn't afraid to take off her top at the beach, because she values her freedom and being in connection to her desires and her pleasure so much more than anything else. Okay, and in the beginning it's scary, it really is, and you have to, this is where the self-regulation and the self-trust comes in. You have to be able to regulate yourself, regulate your nervous system, breathe deeply into your body, into your womb, and rely on your self-trust to hold you and support you. Okay, and then over time you're going to start to get feedback from the external world around you. You're going to start to have people come up to you and be like, wow, thank you for being who you are. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your power. Thank you for being you. Okay? That is the power. And people will recognize you. I promise you, it happens to me all the time. And I am able to connect and have these really beautiful, deep, intimate, vulnerable conversations with absolute strangers because my energy is open and inviting. Okay, my energy is a living permission slip. I give myself permission to be my most authentic self, my most loud, my most vibrant, my most colorful, my most bold, my most confident self. I give myself that permission. And through being the embodiment of that permission slip, I give other people permission to be their selves, okay? Especially in a society where like internalized misogyny is still real, internalized homophobia is still real, internalized racism is still real, okay? And you will know if you are a queer person or if you're a person of color or if you're a woman, we still live in the marginalized we are still marginalized. We are still marginalized. And so if you are in one of those categories, you will know what it feels like to go into a space and not feel safe to be yourself, not feel safe to be who you need to be, not feel safe to open up and expand and be your best self, to shine your light, right? But that is when you need to do it the most, okay? Because by you being able to do that, you give other people the permission to feel safe, okay? As a woman, me being in connection to my sexual confidence empowers other women to be in connection to their sexual and sensual confidence, allows them to dance sexy, allows them to speak their truth, allows them to go whoop whoop, allows them to share their voice and share their body and their energy, okay? Also, as a queer person, I'm bisexual. Me expressing my bisexuality and not being afraid to embody that and embrace that, it gives other queer people the permission slip to do the same in public, okay? There are so many different layers to this conversation. And when you can be that for yourself, you actually end up doing it for every single other marginalized person in your environment, whether it's physically in your environment, at the bar, at the club, wherever, or if it's online, the way you show up, the way you share your voice, you know. So many young people are afraid to talk about politics because they're scared they don't know enough. But I believe that the world is so fucked up that it's so easy for us to say, hey, that's not okay, hey, that's fucked up, you know. Like it's to be silent right now with what is going on in the world is to be violent. Really, it is. To not take a stand, to be neutral and complacent in the face of genocide, in the face of racism, in the face of homophobia, that is more fucked up than the people who are committing the crime themselves. Because the people who are committing the crime, they are not in their right mind. They're not self-aware. They're not connected to their love. They're not connected to their truth. They're not connected to their empowerment. So we as sovereign, self-aware beings, we need to be that permission slip. We need to be the one that says, I'm not afraid to stand up for what I believe in. I'm not afraid to be the living embodiment of love and truth and power and light. Okay? And you guys know me, I'm not about this love and light, yay, everything's fine. No, I'm not about that shit. I'm about claiming your power and your truth and your love and your light through acknowledging the darkness, through acknowledging the shadows and the things that no one wants to look at, the things that people are too afraid of, too ashamed of, to even talk about, to even mention. So you need to be that living permission slip for yourself, first and foremost, for your family, for your lineage. You literally liberate your lineage when you become a living embodiment, a living permission slip. And for every single person around you, marginalized or non-marginalized, you know, people can learn from you. Every single person has something to share. Every single person has something to teach you. And you can be that person. And you can share your codes without even saying a word, okay? It's not even about speaking. It's about your embodiment. It's about how you show up, how you hold yourself in your body, how you connect to your body, how you hold your energy field, how you hold your posture. 80% of communication is nonverbal. So how can you communicate to the world that this is okay, that authenticity is the new normal, that being your weird, wild, freaky self is the new normal, that being queer, that being homosexual, that being whatever you are, red, white, black, blue, purple, whatever. I'm purple. I'm a purplarian, as you guys know. But that is okay to show up in the messiness of who you are, and to not have to be healed or perfect or politically correct or whatever it is, to be able to show up, to be able to be your best self, to be able to do the thing, okay? You just have to go out there and do it. You have to go out there and be yourself. You have to go out there and say the thing that no one else is saying, and do the thing that no one else is doing. And yes, it's scary because you can be misunderstood. Yes, it's scary because you can be rejected. Yes, it's scary because people may not want to listen to you, but that's okay, because those that get it, and those that don't, right? And those that don't aren't meant to be in your world. They aren't meant to be part of your vibe. They aren't meant to be part of your tribe. They aren't meant to be, okay? And hopefully one day they will get it, Maybe 5 years later, they're going to be like, oh, that's what that weird girl Josie on the internet was talking about when she said, be the living permission slip, And I must stop waiting for permission. Oh, that's what she said, right? And so you can plant the seeds. You never know what seeds you are planting in other people's consciousness by you showing up, by you being your best self, by you embodying your authenticity, okay? Mwah. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following along the journey. Yeah. Thank you. And if you would like to join Liberated Womb, please don't be afraid to send me a DM, ask me for more information. And there are payment plans. There is a 2-month, a 3-month, a 4-month, and a 5-month payment plan. So there are options available for everyone. Okay, I never ever want money to be the reason someone cannot access this life-changing work. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this episode and engage with all the wisdom that was shared. If you enjoyed this podcast, please remember to leave a review on your podcast platform of choice, as this really helps this wisdom reach new people. If you have any questions or queries, please feel free to reach out to me via Instagram DM or send me an email. You can follow me on my personal account on Instagram at Josie, Josie _Thorne, THORNE, or you can follow Sync and Flow, my business accounts, at Sync, that's spelled SYNC _in_flow. Please feel free to reach out with any questions or queries you may have. Otherwise, get in contact to book a free discovery call to start your self-healing spiritual journey today. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now, loves.